Crashed. PC crashed. I don't know what that was. No clue what that was. Sorry. No idea. There's no way. The beard won't fit when I sculpt it. How the hell do we get rid of this? Maybe just lower the pose? Let's see. Okay. Let's try and lower it a little bit. Try to lower. Oh, God. The hands need to be positioned up here. How the hell do I get that? Maybe sharper. Old school RuneScape name. I got no clue, buddy. Could be anything. A name is a name. Literally could be anything. Could be anything. Shit. Shit. Get this. There's no way. I need to have the gun pointed up, but the head has to have a beard when I'm done sculpting, which is kind of problematic because the beards are usually semi-big. And as much as I like the pose, there's no room. Sculpt the beard. Not gonna work. It's too tight anyways. What about other sculpts, other hand sculpts? Let's try a different hand sculpt. Let's try this one. I think that's the kicker. Maybe I'm coping. Well, that would certainly do it, but not like that, though. But that would... The arm might be too long. Yeah, the hand has to be all the way down to the bottom. Odd. Should open the window. It's kind of nice out today. All the snow's melting. It is lovely. Still not low enough. Should do another paperclip. This thing's gonna break. That thing's gonna break, man. You gotta do another one. Not gonna work. That is good news, sir. Finishing work is good news. That's the best news. I forgot about that. Yeah, it'll be another time. I did forget about that though. Actually, you just reminded me. I forgot. That's actually something I totally forgot of, Dan. I think the only option is to use this hand.
Is that all you've got? You must have more.
This one's so cooked.
Alright, Gwant, in this book you are in a mansion that covers a right flank. Also the mansion is haunted by actual fucking ghost, and chaos troops we didn't see in orbit will siege you with thousands of men, and also there is no water anywhere. Good luck.
It does sound like a Gaunt's Ghost thing. And then he still wins. Oh, sorry. They would still win. Or maybe they don't. Etarek, thank you, sir. I actually remember owning Gaunt's Ghosts. Way back when. Not the books, but the mini. The mini of a few of them. You know what? Hey, the audiobooks are good. They do probably win. 16 books? I'd hope so. You can't just kill them off unless it's Warhammer Fantasy. I don't want to cut out another arm. Is it even on this sprue? Do we have it? We don't. We've already used it. Fuck. Ay. It's kind of funky. Well, there's a lot of named characters in most Black Library books who do end up dying. At least the older stuff. I'm not sure about the new stuff, but yeah. Nothing is sacred. Nothing is sacred. That's war for you. That's war for you, brother. Oh my god, let's just cut out another hand and use it. I don't think I can use the other one. The angle's just too trash. Where are my arm sprues? Oh, there's an arm sprue. Oh god. Did I use it though? I did not. Cool, okay. Yeah, well, it's always one narrator, right? Usually, unless it's like an audio drama. If it's an audio book, you're gonna get one, and they usually do a really good job, honestly, at differentiating characters, and it's good. Where is the pin drill? Where is the pin drill? Yeah, if you've got time for the audiobooks, they're worth it, for sure. Although technically audiobooks are more of an easier time sink. If you got time for reading, that's different. Reading is a whole different beast. A Votann. They're like giant sentient databanks that guide the kin. The leagues of Votann. They're basically Warhammer Fantasy Dwarves, but it's like a giant AI construct. It's really weird. So instead of the ancestors, it's a giant robot. But that's like, that's just what a Votann is, I suppose. Like, they're just space dwarves. They're like really weird cloned, genetically enhanced freaks. I don't claim them. It's very sci-fi, though. That... God. We gotta do some sharp turns. Okay. That is not how an arm should bend. It's not an arm. But maybe I can make it work. But that is simply not an arm. The pose is there, at least finally. Fuck. I guess sculpting over that, you'd still kind of do, like, the elbow. I don't think it'd be a problem. Just weird looking. It is just kind of weird looking. That arm might be too long. The beard would be able to be sculpted pretty easily with this, but Those is just so strange, man. They're so hard to line up. All these things are just so funky. Surely that wouldn't look so weird when it's all sculpted. Surely. I gotta figure this out. Oh my god, so annoying. So annoying. So annoying. Could it be any more tedious? Let's see. You really gotta bend this damn thing. Maybe new music. Holy shit. Hello, sir. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This shit almost begs the question, why even do the fucking armature if I can just sculpt it in? This is, like, frustrating as hell. Oh my god, it came off. No, I'm breaking my sculpt. I can still glue it, though. God damn it. Yeah. Messing around with these too much. I mean, I should probably be super gluing little bits and pieces of them down. That's so annoying. Let's just put that back on. All that work gone. Let's see if we can fix this real quick. God damn it. God, man. The tedium of some things. Not very fun. The tedium. It's something. Yeah, that certainly can be tedious. Very, very tedious. It's just problem solving 101. Physical problem solving. How do you do this? Physical problem solving. This is just too low. There's no way this is going to look good. I used to have orcs, not anymore, unfortunately. I sold all my orcs a little while ago. Orcs were one of my longest standing armies, and I kind of just like, yeah, shifted away from them completely. A little bit of a sin, but you know. I was entirely based around problem solving, yet I find it tedious. Yeah, well, problem solving is a bit tedious, though. You have to think outside the box a lot. I don't know about digital stuff like IT work, but any sort of problem, it takes effort, it takes work. This could work, but I have to glue the hand down. I can't armature that. It's fucking ridiculous. And then the beard has to be somehow sculpted around that? Like, you're fucking joking. Well, maybe. Maybe. Oh no, I think I got lucky. I think this was propping it up. I don't think we're gonna get as lucky. This pose is like shitting on my mental. All I want is the gun to be aimed up in the air. Like he's running. I feel like that arm would just be too big if I sculpted it. Well, ideally it is a little bit tighter to the body if I can, but yeah, it probably has to be not as tight to the body. But then it doesn't really look like he's running with it. Let me just armature it again because I'm just fucking cooked mentally. We have a few here that actually... Well, the goal is to have the barrel aimed up. That's the idea. Or tilted up, at least to a degree. It's just hard to do. I think this is broken. You gotta situate the gun in a semi-running pose, while also having enough room for the head, while also making sure the arms aren't too long so it doesn't look like a fucking spider. It's so bad. CBT. Oh? But then the arm is too low. Which means the arm would be too long. Like that right there, if I could pull that off, that'd be perfect. But I think this arm is just straight up too long and it won't look natural. Like it's a pose like that, but the right arm just seems so weird to look at. Like I guess I have to see it with putty, but it's too low. No, it's too low. No, it looks weird. If the arms are too big, it'll look way too weird. That's too long. Yeah, this was gonna break anyways, so that's fine. I mean, there's a different hand sculpt. This one's a little bit more... Let me just modify this slightly.
Shut up, you dickhead, now fuck off!
It's really frustrating. Vampy, thank you, buddy, for the resub. It's really annoying. Maybe pivoting off the right arm makes more sense. Instead of trying to make the right arm work, or the left arm. I don't know what I said. Pivot off the left arm. So, like, as an example, that arm is fine. Like that. Yeah, okay. Maybe that would work. Because now there's room for the... Now there's room for the, Yeah. Well... Like that. Like, look at that. And the beard should fit. The beard kind of should fit. Like, yeah. It's CBT territory because, like, the drum mag is too big. Well, it's not too big, but, like, it just gets in the way. I'd have to armature that. If I can armature it, that'd be great, but, like... How do you even bend that properly? Oh, God. Because I think that's the pose, and the beard should be able to slot in behind that. I think it'd look good. Well, not this type of beard. That beard's way too fucking big, but... Yeah, I can maybe make it work. I got Masters back. That's good news, sir. Awesome. I'm gonna lose the pose in like 3 seconds, which is unfortunate, but... Let it be known we had the pose. Let it be known. You're good, sir. Horrible, horrible. Let's use another paper clip, because this is not... Here we go. See, now I don't... you son of a bitch. We can still try it. I think it was like a sharp. Let's see if I can line that up. I don't know if I could do it with the armature, man. I want to break this. I want to smash this thing into the ground. I'm so angry. But there's no point. It's just problems. Let's put this in here. Fixable issue. Oh, maybe. Was that it? Good morning, yo-yo. Oh, man. CBT. Oh. Okay. Hold on. I think what I need to do is hollow this out more, and then I can move it around inside. Because I don't need to go from a certain angle if this is the case. Another pin. Should be able to move just slightly more. I might have to adjust it again. It's not green stuff. It's blue tack. It's meant for like schoolwork. It's not like green stuff or anything. It's like a poster tack. That's actually what it is. It's just poster tack. It is by no means putty. Just trying to pose stuff. And then I'll putty it. Then I'll take all this apart and putty it properly. This is so annoying. Maybe? Maybe. Oh. Come on, you son of a bitch. Go on. If I get the pose, I'm gluing in the armature. I mean, give it a sec. We're going to see if this works. Technically, I should be using the weapon that he's supposed to be getting. I can't remember which one it was, which is so bad. Oh, this is bad. Where are the other ones? Before I ruin everything, I mean, this is, I'm basically, I'm where I need to be. I'm where I need to be. It's all a matter of finding the right gun now. Oh yeah, we did it. Okay. So now I just got to find the right gun. That pose should putty up completely fine. So, where is the gun? Yeah, we got it. Perfect. I just have to match up all the weapons to, like, the proper bodies. Silly me. Problem solving with brain damage. We love it. Is there really gasoline still in your butt? Okay. Oh no, the bolters got all mixed up. No! Okay. Oh, you know what? I don't think they did. I don't think they did. They didn't. No, they didn't. They didn't. I'm an idiot. They never got mixed up. They just weren't part of this pile. Okay. These guys are all there. Hmm. Oh, it was supposed to be this one. Goes to here. So this is the correct weapon. This is the correct one. Probably have to re-sculpt trigger area. Yeah. Should be good. Holy shit, we did it. Okay. Like the Dark Souls font. You're not a dumbass. Woo! That is so awful. Okay, now we have to pour super glue into it. Ooh. Yeah. Shitless actually get any on board. Repasting my laptop. I would just, I mean, you know, honestly, procrastinate or get it done. That's the usual two suspects. Sit around and never do it, or just do it. Resident Evil will be on 2.5 hours. Anywhere like 2.5 to 3 hours from now. We should be able to finish the game today. I mean, I'm taking my sweet time with it, but yeah. That armature needs to be bent at a different angle. Oh my god. I mean, the pose is there. It's there, but the arm won't look proper because I can't sculpt. Can I do that? Oh my god, overthinking. The bend should be... Just see what this would look like, maybe. Fuck! I hate life. Okay, well, it's basically there, but I need to bend a little bit of a pose. Gwen, hello, sir. We're getting brain rot. Turbo brain rot. It is. It's a brain slug moment. Oh, it definitely is. Okay. Okay. Can I see that? Let me just see what it might look like. Yeah, I could put a bend in that, and I can buff up the cuff of the glove. That would look totally fine, actually, I think. And it's just incredibly hard to figure it out if it's all done individually. I think that would work, because there'd be room for the elbow. The elbow would go right there. And there would be enough of a bend and a potential fullness to, like, the arm. And the beard still can get in there, which is great. Yeah, sure. All right. So now that we know we could do it, we just need to glue. We got to glue that somehow. Oh, you know, maybe I'm wrong. I think I was wrong. Technically, the head was buffed up because of the putty. Oh, no. Overthinking. And it should still be good. Well, the only thing to do now is just glue it. So, medium glue. Glue the hand into this, and the rest shouldn't be so bad. Now I have to pin the head in, and then once the head's pinned in, I think it'll be enough room for the beard. So the only thing we can do is do it. What I should do is use the vacuum. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Now, still didn't glue the other hand in place with the arm, but it's okay. Figured out. We shall figure it out. Also, wasn't there supposed to be an orc reveal today? I think I saw somewhere online that there was an orc reveal. I mean, not that I play orcs or anything, but, like, I just want to see. Something big was supposed to be revealed. Maybe I'm coping. I think they do previews on Monday, right? But I could be wrong. Is it Sunday previews? Oh. Yeah, it's the old Black Orcs. Yeah, I don't really... You good old Black Orcs. Well, they usually drop reveals throughout the week. I think, unironically, Monday might have some. The old black orcs. Probably. Well, actually, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe local game stores.
Is that all you've got? You must have more!
There is enough room for a beard here. I like that. Cool. Sorry, Tarek, thank you, sir. Let me read that. I don't know why I didn't read. Give me a sec, man. Oh my god. 40k is niche. Niche, well, 40k being niche is kind of crazy, but I guess it's just the country, right? There's a guy here who does Warhammer, and I think he's in Brazil. I don't know if he's here right now, but he does, like, Space Marines. Probably ask him, actually. He lives there. Yeah, I guess they probably deem it as, like, the country's not interested in wargaming. Wargaming is still kind of a niche anyways. It's just like a nerd hobby. Uh, 200, I think. Yeah, probably around 200 bucks. Uh, 285. That's crazy. Are you in Australia? Is that where you live? Australia will always be more expensive. Yeah, you guys have like horrible import and everything. Yeah, it sucks. Topaz, yeah, buddy. We are getting brain rot, is what we're doing right now, sir. We've been trying to pose one guy for like 2 hours? No, probably an hour. No, it's just because I have to sculpt a lot of stuff with this squad. There's a lot of, like, in-the-way problems. Well, it's not that. There's so much, like, it's my own brain rot. That's really what it is. The new minis you can pose so easily. This is just like, this is pure brain rot, is what I'm doing. Yeah, this is, process. What I should do is just fucking glue this hand. At least so it can stick, for God's sake. Oh, where's the damn clippers? Sorry, I'll read. I did not forget. I'm just, like, brain rotten, brother. One sec. Let me read it. My bad. I don't know why I didn't play, honestly. That's so strange. This is the second 40k book that had my ass crying. The club right now, I'm going to have to buy a hard copy of the whole shit Dan Abbott's fucking cooked in this book. Got to make him head chief at this point. Okay. Talking about like a Gaunt's Ghost book? Well, you know what? Hey, if you like it, the hardbacks are usually a good way to represent that. Crying so sad. He's crying. I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. Well, I've already lost my mind. My mind's gone, but... You know, the more I pose this, the less beard I have to work with. What is happening? Oh. Saved. This... Fuck! Maybe. Micro adjustments. All I need to know is that the hands are in place. Because I'm not gluing in the armature. I just need to know that, like, if I push this back into place... that everything will line up. Maybe I should glue the armature in. This is just giving me a fucking headache at this point. Maybe I should. Yeah, I think I will. Because this needs to just situate itself and then I can probably finagle it. But the drum mag is like just a little bit too in the way, but I can't do anything about that. That's just kind of how it was made. Used green stuff for the first time the other day, seeing you do the beards helped me out. Yeah, it's not bad, man, honestly. It's more of like the technique and the tool. Green stuff is like a blessing to work with, but since the factory kind of shut down, I've moved away from green stuff, but yeah, it's good. It's not so bad, man. Beards shouldn't take too long, honestly. It's more about like the flow of a beard. And if you want to post it, we have the Discord, obviously. You should post it in there. Take a look at it. The United States factory is gone. Yeah. They shut down. I don't know. There's other manufacturers, I think, overseas. Well, there's other putties, bro. Green stuff is not the only putty. Green stuff is like the most traditional putty, you could say, but it's not like the only one. Like, I don't even use green stuff anymore. I use, Tamiya QuickType. Yeah, you should, there's a Discord, bro. You can join it. Just post your stuff if you want. Green stuff isn't really the best for gap filling. It's more, because green stuff is really thick, and you can't thin it unless you add other things to it, like milliput. The oldest way to thin green stuff was adding milliput to it. So it's more pliable, because green stuff is better for volume. It's a thicker, rubbery, dense putty, and it's not that you can't, you know, do fine shapes with it. All the classic minis were sculpted with green stuff, but, you know, there's finer options these days for, like, finer work. Like gap filling, milliput, whatever. But it's all good. It all works. It's just preference, I think, at this point. Or even QuickType. I think I'm just going to try and use QuickType for everything. Yeah, but I would try and move away from green stuff if you can. Because each putty certainly has their own nuances. Like, if you learn the consistency of each putty, you'll be more comfortable with it. But yeah, we're not really sure about the future of green stuff right now, and that kind of sucks. Because I did like it. It's not my favorite, but I did like it. You could do that. Yeah, there's masking putties. Yeah, yeah. I don't use them, but they're not hard to do. You've got masking tape, masking putties. Yeah, that's all relevant. You pull it out of the tin, you mush it on a mini, you're done. And then it comes off. Yeah, that's like a super easy product, I'm sure. But yeah, I don't really use it for my stuff. Okay, I need to glue this. Okay. Yeah, you're good, bro. Good luck with the posing. We're almost done. We're actually about to be gluing some stuff in place to kind of finalize the arms, which is good. That's the hardest part. Thank you, though, sir. Either will feel, buddy. Okay. So, let's try that again. Through pain and suffering, we will endure and do this. Because this is pain and fucking suffering. Well, mental anguish, I should say. No! It came off again. Okay. That sucks ass. Okay. Purple, yo, buddy. Sorry, I'm like really trying to lock into this. I'm not not saying much. This is just CBT. It's just CBT. Pure CBT. Yeah, everything will be sculpted. Yeah, so like we already did, like, we did a bunch of arms for the other ones, but yeah, we're gonna sculpt all the arms. It's just the poses are the hardest thing. Once the poses are down, the arms can be sculpted so easily. Yeah. Do I not have armies? I did have armies for the longest time. And then the great adulthood hit. The great shift in funds growing up and thinking Xbox games were more valuable than Warhammer armies. You know how it is. Oh. There's arms, but the arms are not. They're not my favorite. I want to convert my own arms. Yeah, give me a sec. These are the arms that come with them. They're very stiff. I chopped up a lot of them. They're weird looking. They're a little bit stiff. $195 for what? Vodry? I don't know what the hell that is. Is that Lord of the Rings? What is that? I can't envision that. What is that? Is it like, is that 40k? Oh, the undead dragon Age of Sigmar guy, okay. Oh, I was like, what the fuck? What? Kits are, you know, trying to justify Warhammer prices. The only rational thing, like I've always said, is the more you work on a kit, the more value it has. In my opinion. Well, not necessarily, because you could be very happy with what you've spent and the work you've put into it, and you could take 5 minutes. Too soon. To be heard. Mm. Okay, glue. Ah, glue it. How's it going? Pain, suffering, misery, death, torture, illicit weapons deals, and drug manufacturing. You're fucking... Just get the damn pose done. God damn. I'm too scared to... I don't want to say this word. It's a weird word to use. I was going to say I'm too scared to squirt the glue. That's not a good word to use. If you ever work with super thin super glue, don't squirt it. You're going to fucking ruin your life. I mean, what else do you call that, though? If I was to use the nozzle to squirt the glue onto the Mini, it's game over. That shit comes out like water. Yeah. Some stores keep them in good order. You gotta put them in, like, the little containers and everything. No air, whatever it may be. Ever since getting back into hobbying properly, I've found myself using 3 different super glues, all of which are good in their own way, which is surprising. Back in the day, it was just like 1. These days, it's like, yeah, you kind of need all of them. Super glue is not cheap, bro. I'd bring it back. That is not good. Super glue is not cheap. Anything in this hobby isn't cheap, period. Oh, did she? That's good. I didn't see any of that stuff, no. Was it worth watching? Did he really? 6'7". Such a joker. So funny. He's with the times. He knows what the kids want. The 6'7". Oh, did he really? Did he really? I mean, that's very... I feel like that's an old thing, though. Subway Surfers? It's kind of old these days. He's not with the times anymore. It's funny, though. My God. This needs to die. Whatever this project is, it needs to die. Kill the squats twice in a row. Make the Tyranids eat their dead bodies already being eaten. The squats need to die twice. Okay. It works. It fits. Good lord. I just have to carve the hell and sculpt the living shit out of this. But what I can do is try and pin the arms into place as best I can. Call it a day on this sculpt. That is just ridiculous. A meme like a year or two back, putting Subway Surfers on the side of the screen. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, how many kids are going to be watching that, right? So I guess that makes sense. If you've got, like, family kind of checking in, I suspected, but yeah, probably not. Okay, moment of truth. It's super glued in. The head's super glued and pinned. Not that I can't micro adjust this, but like as long as the gun sits itself in both hands. Oh yeah, baby. And then you just gotta putty the rest in, and you're good. My only gripe is I want to go left a little bit more. Down slightly. And then the beard should be able to be sculpted behind that, and it should be perfect. Once everything's cleaned up, it'll be seamless. Oh, God. What a nightmare. Well, it's good to know it's done. That. Well, that's the goal. That's the actual goal at the end, is everything is going to be converted. It's a 2,000 point rogue trader inspired army. It's not like a full... It's not like a full one-to-one. But all the infantry are going to be converted. All the Hearthguard are converted. Everything's converted. Everything will be converted, yeah. Not to this degree. The infantry all need separate arms, but yeah, it won't be so bad. Once you get enough of it down, you kind of know the process, and the process at that point isn't so terrible. Yeah. Okay, this one was also glued, so I should try and do this one now. Yeah, they should... That is horrible. The next ones are easier because they have more open poses. Like, as an example, this guy's kind of holding his gun like this. Yet the arm might be a bit too big. Yeah, for sure. That was miserable. It's just misery. That one was just a very close posed guy, kind of looking like he's running. Which is just a bit tough to work with. Win yo, buddy. These are a lot easier, yeah. My only gripe is I don't want... Shit, where was the arm for this now? Is it this one? Ooh. It's not good. Oh, it's right here. It's in there. This is the scanner. His pose is supposed to be like that. And then he's going to have a backpack and a scanner over his shoulder. Cool. My only gripe is I don't want the poses matching up with each other. So as an example, I had this guy made really early on. And he's got his gun... He's got his gun raised, like, really high up in the air. So I just want to make sure that the poses don't kind of overlap. I want the guns to be at different angles. So this guy He has his gun like that. Comms guy has his gun like that. So that certainly works. Cool. It's always a matter of figuring things out. You can. Look how easy that was. It's already done. Thank God. So much nicer. Lovely. So that should be the comms guy. Not done yet, but... The other one was just fucking balls. And the craziest thing is they're just like basic troops. It's kind of annoying, but yeah, they're cool. Now the sergeant. Oh my god. The only issue is getting... Well, technically the sergeant's already... This is done. Like, outside of actually puttying the sleeve, the posing is kind of done. If anything, I just want to glue this in place, and then I have to glue the head. So this, I think, was supposed to be the sergeant's head. We're probably going to pin it. Yeah, let's pin it. Let's put paperclip. It's progress. It's certainly progress, which is good. Just want to check this pose real quick. That's good. I like it. It's cool. All right. Excuse me. Yes, sir. It's good. Nice. So the sergeant, I gotta give the sergeant some sort of crazy beard. He's gonna have some sort of, yeah, crazy looking beard. Sure. Curly beard, I gotta give him some sort of braids and some other stuff just to make him look cool. Okay. Medium glue. Put a little bit more. Well, these are still supposed to be dwarves. They're weird. Like the old squats, the art. They never had big beards. They were never drawn with big beards. Strange. They all had like short chin strap, like this. Maybe slightly bigger on some, but I'm surprised they never went all in with beards. I mean, they're supposed to be space dwarves, but yeah. Well, not really. Their lore was literally being dwarves. That's the craziest thing. They're like, they live in strongholds. They center their colonies around mines. Their ancestors are worshipped. They band together in times of need. Instead of clans, they're brotherhoods. Visually, they always had this weird kind of mix of militaristic sci-fi and whatever you'd want to call like Norse, like Saxon, like Viking iconography. Like the old space dwarves, the old Rogue Trader stuff was like straight up fantasy. The old squats, their lore was very much a fantasy dwarf thing. It's like they have the guilds from fantasy, the Engineers Guild. It's like, okay. Yeah. I don't know. I like them. It's just aesthetically, they could have been a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know. They hate greenskins and elves. You know, like the elves, the Eldar and the squats used to work together, and then they got betrayed, and they hate both of them. Elves and orcs, like, come on. It's very dwarf, though. Like, if you're a dwarf and you don't like a greenskin, or if you like a greenskin, I should say, then you're not a dwarf. It's always that the dwarves and the elves were once besties, and then something happened, and they had a fallout, and it's like, all right. Dwarves are incredibly racist. They've been wronged by every race, like, forever. Absolutely. Yeah. It only makes sense. If your whole species was, like, brought to the brink of death by countless raids and defilements of your settlements and everything, it's just like, yeah. I can't see this being any other way. Yeah, well, that's why dwarves are cool, right? It's because they're always the underdog. It's like they have these kingdoms and centuries of like absolute peak in society and trade and everything, and then some calamitous event happens and they all just kind of like fall apart. And then they're always kind of revering, you know, the past, and back in my day we had everything. Right? That's what makes dwarves, I think in most settings, kind of compelling, is just they're a dead and dying race of people who just cling to their once great empire. And they don't give up. So yeah, it's a very dwarf thing. It's like, you got to respect that. Imagine a bunch of savages walking into your ancestral home and, like, defiling everything your grandparents made and destroying everything you've built up over, like, centuries. Yeah, I'd be pissed. I'd be fucking... It's like, this is my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather's, you know, heirloom fireplace, whatever. You know, he built it with his hands, blah, 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 blah. It took him many, many days, hours, whatever it may be, right? And then, like, goblins raid your fucking hold and just shit all over it and destroy it. And that's, like, the least of it. That's a fireplace. Arms and armor, dwellings, just everything. Statues of your grandparents. Yeah. Whatever it may be, it's just, they're bastards. I understand the dwarves. I get it. The Great Dowie. Dwarves are always allied with giants. Dwarves fucking... I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Well, I don't really know where that would be applicable, but... yeah. Dwarves allying with giants in fantasy? Ooh, that's a bit of a... tough one, potentially. Blanks, yeah, buddy. Yeah. Well, that could be a thing. I don't know. It's not that every setting has to have your typical cliche stuff. It's like, you know, you go outside the box a little bit. Well, okay, the D and I don't really know much about D&D giants, but let's just say the current Warhammer Fantasy giants are not craftsmen. Yeah. I mean, that's cool, though. It's different, right? Fucking, Dark Souls had giants who were craftsmen. That's probably going back to, like, what, Norse mythology and stuff like that? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's cool. It's just depends, I suppose. Yeah, I'm a fan of this pose. We did it. We posed 3 more squats before actual gluing, like in sculpting. That's good. There's only 10 of them I'm working on. Like, this one was CBT, but we did it. Once everything's cleaned up, how many do we have right now that are basically close to being done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have to make 2 heavy weapons and a medic. Those are the 3 remaining ones that need to be posed and picked apart. And then completely sculpted. The arms got to get sculpted. The beards, all the nooks and crannies have to be filled in. We have to find backpacks. I have to clean up grenades. I still don't really know what I want for the backpacks. Like, this is just not obtainable. Yeah. That's fun. Progress feels good. Oh, painting a single chorf. Well, we're not even close to being done, to be honest. This is just so much, like, fiddly bits, finagled work. It's a lot of just back and forth. A bunch of goblins got high on shrooms in the era of the beast, and they destroyed a bunch of chaos forts and banished the demon prince. Don't fuck with goblins, though, right? You know, people might look at goblins as weedy, pathetic, useless creatures, but there's so many of them, and they're relentless, and they've got magic, and they've got all sorts of hallucinogens that can just fucking make them even more crazy. I mean, for a dwarf, a goblin is no joke. Like, a dwarf can hack apart a goblin with ease, but, like, you know, with the amount of them, with the size of a dwarf and all that shit, I mean, this is bad. Yeah, same thing with Skaven. It's like, oh my god, you've got 100,000 Skaven slaves? Like, that sucks, but that's 100,000 Skaven slaves. Yeah, and Skaven have technology. Orcs and goblins just throw magic and shit at you. And, like, throw crude weapons of war in your direction. Yeah. It's like 2 very tiny races. It's like, they're the size of a dwarf, a little bit bigger, potentially a little bit smaller. They're not nearly as useful as a dwarf, but dwarves are outnumbered, like, I don't know, I forgot what the numbers were, like 200 to 1, whatever it may be. Like, that's a problem. Yeah, that's CBT. They do. Yeah, because bodies, I mean, you just throw a bunch of bodies at something, it doesn't matter. 1,000,000 bodies into the grinder. Like, alright, we have 1,000,000 more, it's fine. Okay, whoops. There's glue on my hand. Kaiva's Kane put in charge of a bunch of Skaven. Would they even listen? Do Skaven even... I guess Skaven do listen to a degree. They're all scum, though. I don't like the Skaven. He is Kaiva's Kane. They'll listen. They'll figure it out. You know what? Write it up. Write a page of it up. I mean, that'd be fun to do. You may as well try it, right? Write a page up. Or give the idea to somebody. Be like, please. I don't think I've gotten far enough to figure out how to do special weapons. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just cooked. Raven L, yo, buddy. How do I do the special weapons? That's such a problem. The medic should be easy to figure out because the medic is... I'm just gonna take bits from, like, the guard kit and make the medic. Special weapons. The OG squats always had them over their shoulders. The Votann have them in their hands, but the Votann are also massive, and they can carry massive things. It gives them feel no pain, yeah. But it's a baked-in rule. It's no longer a thing. I mean, even the scanner and the comms are all, like, baked in. I think they completely got rid of the comms unit in the latest edition, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like they did. I don't see that rule baked in anywhere, to be honest. Which is strange to think of. I don't know why. Maybe I'm wrong and I missed it, but yeah. All the 40k stuff is now just baked in. You get it, like, for free. Interesting. Back in my day, we had to pay for everything. It's a weird, I don't know, it is weird. It's a bit weird. I think I prefer the theory crafted. Yeah, yeah, exactly. You know, it's all right though. It is what it is. Okay. Let's do these. I don't even, what torso do I want to use for? I have to do 2 special weapons, and I genuinely don't know how to make them. I was theory crafting a bunch of chopped up bits to kind of make, like, the high-las bolt rifle and all this shit. And I was gonna use the body of, like, the Rogue Trader las gun, which is what I've been using for, like, all the guns anyways, and then kind of having the attachment. That was my initial idea. Just don't know. Just a mock-up, though. Probably won't use this, but we gotta try it. It's weird. They only came with guns. They came with the Imperial Guard gun sprue. So it's just a bunch of las guns and las pistols, and then you get, like, heavy weapons, but the heavy weapons had to be shoulder-mounted. Melee weapons, I'm just going to be using the Votann stuff, so, like, the power axe. But there are Rogue Trader axes. Like, there literally is a Rogue Trader equivalent of this, like a 1st, 2nd edition-esque style, and it looks good. But I do need to give them something that is reminiscent of what they're proxying. So, like, I don't mind using the las guns with, like, drum mags. I think they look like little bolters. I think that's fine, but yeah. Like, so, for the exo armor, because the exo armor is all armed with melee weapons, which are the Hearthguard, I'm most likely going to be sacrilegious and chop up the blades, chop out the guns, and then use the Votann weaponry. Because this was always meant to be kind of like a pseudo-updated army. It's not meant to be, like, straight-up a Rogue Trader squad army. The Votann just don't have that simplicity to them. There's too many weapons, too much gear. You know. So I do try and, at least, I want to try and make it somewhat noticeable. Yeah, they look pretty good. They're just dwarf weapons. Like, big hammers, axes. Swords are a bit weird, but yeah. Yeah, you could do whatever. Yeah, that's cool. Whatever looks cool. Regardless. So, medic, special weapon. I kind of want to go for the shoulder-mounted stuff, but, like, it's a bit of a bitch to figure out. The old shoulder-mounted, one sec. Yeah, song's good. There's the weapon sprue, but this is a guard weapon sprue that were reused for squats because they have the same weaponry. But that's a bolter. And it was always meant to be shoulder mounted, which is very squat. All the heavy weapons back in the day were all shoulder mounted. I guess even for the guard. I think it was also for Space Marines. Just different. Well, not shoulder, they would hoist it up. They would hold it up with, like, their right arm. I like the idea of it because it's a little bit more distinguished. It looks a little bit more interesting than just having it being held. But the Votann ones are all held. But also the Votann are massive in comparison to these fucking things. These are like hobbits compared to the Votann. Yeah, but that's how they were always kind of... It's sci-fi. There has to be a reason for things. It's not like fantasy being born of, like, dirt. Although you're created by space frogs. Hands are a bit dry. It's just cold here. It's fine. The medic is probably the easiest thing to figure out. The heavy weapons, I'm just so clueless. That's the hardest thing. The sergeant, the comms, the medic should be fine. What I want to do is actually use, I want to use the Cadian medic arms, where he's, like, using a bandage. Which I think would be cool. The medic is supposed to be... It's not that you have to model things to look like certain things. You don't have to at all. You can just model it however you want, and that's totally fine. But the medic is usually modeled with, like, a blade or a pistol. So I could just put a holstered pistol somewhere on this guy. Clearly too big for him, but yeah. Something. Broke. Working on some Gene Stealers. That's cool. Those are OG. If you want to post them in the Discord, again, we do have the Discord. Didn't the Gene Stealers get a new kit? Weren't they updated? At some point? That must have been for, like, the last Tyranid book. I believe. Really nice, yeah. It's good when they get updated. Maybe not everything, but, like, it's nice to see new iterations of them. I'm still hung up on the OG stuff. Yeah, as much as I like seeing new GW kits come out, I'm salty about old kits, because I love the old stuff, too. The medic should be pretty easy. What I want to look at is the Thunderkin. So... here are... This is going to be a bitch to figure out. There's no one-to-one translation. I have to make these probably from the Votann kit, but... The exoframes for... The exoframes for the... what the fuck are these called again? I just had them. The Thunderkin. The Brockier Thunderkin. I need to figure out how to put a squat in exo armor. Which is so strange. Your rescreen is cool. That's pretty cool. I do like it. It's funky. This is like the true test of CBT. Yeah, this is awful. I have to give them an exosuit. But it may work. It could work pretty well, maybe? No, I never did. I'm gonna figure that out at a much later date, to be honest. That's such an end goal thing. Yeah, these are... this is gonna be so bad. The interesting thing about this is you can build the framework for the exosuit, but... yeah, this is gonna be tough. Where's the robo feet? This is the perfect size comparison of a almost completed Votann. So that right there should be how big a Votann is. There's the squat. What the fuck? It's like his son. Yeah, you're good, bro. No worries. I'll be on the main channel soon for Resident Evil. I should be leaving right now, actually. Come to think of it, we got a lot done. Total War 3 in the future. Maybe not. We're kind of done with that game, unfortunately, for a bit. For a little bit. That I'm not going to do now. I like StarCraft, but I've got too many things to do. And I feel like if I did pick it up, I'd just play Terran like everyone else, because who wants to play anything else? Although there would be Zerg players, obviously, but... yeah, maybe when the End Times DLC comes out, possibly. think I have to miniaturize this pretty hardcore. Like, I'm gonna have to chop away a few things. Yikes. Yeah. Anyways, I gotta go, folks. Let me go eat. Let me go take care of Mochi. And I will be on the main channel in about an hour and a half, maybe, for Resident Evil. Alright. So, everyone, peace, peace. Take care of yourselves. Have a great day. Have a great night, wherever you're from. Great morning. And I'll be on the main channel in about an hour and a half, roughly. And we'll go from there. Yes.